Hi, hello, and a warm welcome, people. Every day in our life is a new learning. And today we are going to take home something new, interesting, and exciting learning for life. 8 different deliberations, 12 different people, focusing one ultimate concept. Language is the blood of the soul into which thoughts run and out of which they grow. And here we go, having something about the change of text and languages over time that affects nature-centric views.
Hello everyone, here I am going to give environmental awareness towards the human-centric changes in the text. Now we can see the relation between the human society and the text. First of all, we have to understand that the human's thought process is only based upon the language. With that understanding, we can address that also the environmental issues has a relation with the dialects and the dialogues and our text. Because of our development in the technological side, we have not a proper vision towards the nature, so that we stick into only addressing the needs of the human. It takes us to create a human-centric text. These text and dialogues are just reflecting the society, but with this reflection, it getting power to sustain. We can go for an example. We might have seen some movie dialogues that openly talking about the male domination and labels the woman as a weaker sex. So the people are taking inputs from these dialogues and continuing it. Like that, we are addressing the environmental issues in a human-centric vision and creating problems to fulfill the needs of the human. Now we are going to see and hear how much the dialogues and dialects are related with the society and the time. Related with water. Basically, we are having a poor vision about the water conservation. Only the time makes us to understand the need of the water conservation.
காசை தண்ணி மாதிரி இப்படி வீணா செலவு பண்ணாதடா.
அப்படிதான் பண்ணுவேன். ஹா ஹா ஹா.
காசை தண்ணி மாதிரி பார்த்து செலவு பண்றா.
சரிமா.
Related with animals. From Robot 2.0, we could understand that the world is not only for humans, but we are not considering the animals in any of our activities, so that we are marching to do human-centric activities.
Hey Ozzy, have you heard
about what, Samir?
Yesterday, forest animals are intervened into the town.
Ooh. I am not shocked. If we construct our areas in animal zones, it will happen.
Yes, you are right.
Hey Scott. I have seen the news about the flood.
Ooh. What they told?
No more death reported in the flood.
Is it? Is that death reports includes the animals?
Scott. How they can include? It's just animal.
I don't think so. We are also animals. We have the responsibility to protect them also. I know, we are the reason for the flood.
That's correct. But we could not.
No. We should. That's our duty. Because we are the problem in the world, and we have the solution to maintain the world.
Yes, you are right.
Now we can end up with the results because of change in text. We already know human thought process is only based upon language. If the language constrains, also our thought process will constrain, so that it makes us too stuck in a bounded region. It gives a human-centric vision to us, and because of the human-centric activities, the food chain will collapse, and also it stands and creates a problem for all beings. It will makes us to forget our responsibilities, because we are the problem and we have the solution. And with these results, we can understand that this is the way to meet the apocalypse for all ecosystem.
The organic story is larger than just the healthy benefits of clean, nutritious foods. Organic farm helps protect our environment, it's that simple. Yet everything has its two sides. And we have to really know about it. Here comes the revolution towards the organic farming and its effects.
Hello Kumar.
Hello Anthony. What are you doing now?
am working in CTS Chennai. And moreover, where are you working?
I am doing farming.
Oh, that's good. But how much you earn per annum?
It's depend on nature. It's around more or less 3 lakhs.
Even some of my friends are doing farming. But they earn very good. They use branded pesticides and weedicides and genetically modified manures.
That's why they earn good.
You fool. Even after knowing that, why are you not using those?
We accuse that will cause damage to the people who are eating.
What are you saying?
Wait, I will explain what is organic farming and its benefits.
Hello everyone. Today let's learn about organic farming and its procedures and its benefits. Organic farming is an agriculture system that uses ecological based pest controls and biological fertilizers derived from the animals and the waste products of the plants. Organic farming also includes the crop rotation and companion planting. Biological pest control, mixed cropping and developing bacteria is also encouraged. In this module, we are going to learn how to prepare the land for the cultivation for the organic farming and what to plant in it and what are the manures we should use and what are the pesticides and weedicides we should use. What should we do after the harvest? First, let us see how to prepare the land for the cultivation. For the better plant growth, the soil must be containing with high humus content. So, plow the field very firmly. So, now we can plant the seeds which are highly nutritious and nitrogen fixing varieties. In this slide, you can notice that there are 9 seeds: black gram, green gram, wheat, red lentil, Bengal gram, white beans, rice, horse gram and black sesame. And for more nutritious, you can add groundnut and also corn. In southern part of India, it's known as the Navadanya, which is highly nutritious and nitrogen fixing seeds. When all the seeds starts germinate, we should plow the field firmly. Now the field is ready. Now let's learn what to plant. We should always use the original seeds, the seeds which are not genetically modified. Nowadays we can get many seeds which are genetically modified according to the soil and atmosphere, and seedless fruits and colorful vegetables which are genetically modified, which is highly harmful to the humans. You should choose the plant which suits your soil better. By soil test, you can know that what are all the plants will grow in your soil better. You can plant that variety to get higher yield. You should always use the traditional variety of the seeds which have been used long years ago, because that will be suits your biological system perfectly. In paddy, there are many varieties like Poongar, Tuyamalli, Mapla Samba, Jeeraga Samba, Karpu Kauni, Sagapu Kauni, etc. These varieties are rich in nutrients and it also contains some medicinal values. We should choose the plant according to the weather, and every plant needs different space between them. Tamil literatures have mentioned these things in many poems. So, according to the space you have, you can choose the plant what you have to plant in it. Now let us see what are the manures we should use for the plants. The waste of the animals and the plants is more than enough for the soil and also for the plants to get nutrition and nitrogen fixing in it. And if you think your plant needs some more nutrition content, you can use Panchakavyam and Meenamilam. Panchakavyam is made of some organic product and waste of cow. Meenamilam is the waste of fishes. Crop productivity is based on the seeds you plant and how you maintain the humus of the soil and how you provide the adequate water to the plants without drying or more water in the plant. Nowadays the earth is become more human centric and we should concentrate in nature also. Now let's learn about pesticides and weedicides. You can spray the dust of the groundnut after taking the oil from it. You can use neem oil as the pesticide so that no pest will attack your crops. Now let's learn what you have to do after harvesting the crops. Don't take out the waste material of the plants from the land. You can fill it completely with the water and let them decompose in the soil itself so that the nitrogen and nutrition will be fixed in the soil. You can leave the land as it is for some time, so all the minerals and nutrients will get recharged for next cultivation. That's all about the organic farming. Hope you will do organic farming and you will save the environment. Thank you. Eat healthy, stay happy.
Some of old-fashioned things like fresh air and sunshine are hard to beat. Despite running towards new modern era, we still hold back some of our good old traditions. And one such is the country breeds. We have something to learn about conserving country breeds.
Conservation of indigenous breeds. பகுத்துண்டு பல்லுயிர் ஓம்புதல் நூலோர் தொகுத்தவற்றுள் எல்லாம் தலை, which means the chief of all virtues, which authors have summed up, is the partaking of food that has been shared with others and the preservation of manfold life of other creatures, says Tirukural. In simpler words, sharing the resources among the lives and carrying each and every creature is the best thing in the world. But we humans follow this? Let us take a moment and compare the biomass ratio between humans and other plants and animals. When we see the biomass ratio, humans are 0.01% when compared to plants and animals in the earth. And we humans call ourselves a superior creature. But do we act according to it? Do we really care for our environment and other species living on Earth? Before answering this question, let us discuss about our domestic friends that were lived with us and gone extinct in front of our eyes. India is a home to various species of flora and fauna and known for its rich resources and unique beauty. While certain species of wild animals have hogged the attention of conservation, but India is losing its wealth of genetic resources in domesticated animals. Native breeds are being lost due to the misdirected crossbreeding with exotic stock, indiscriminate crossing of native stocks, and slaughter of animals for export to face the needs of humans. Domestic animals, which are well adapted to adverse climatic conditions and diseases, are gradually being replaced by crossbreeds whose productivity is declining. More than 300 indigenous breeds of cattle and poultry were available in India, but according to current census, only 20 poultry breeds, 50 cattle, 34 goats, and 17 buffalo breeds were available, and other indigenous breeds became extinct. These are because of humans who wants to fulfill their needs in the name of development. The indigenous cow breeds named அத்தக்கருப்பன், அழுக்குமறையன், அனரிக்காலன், ஆலை விரிச்சான், ஆனை சொரியன், கட்டைக்காலை, கருமறையான், கட்டைக்காரி, கட்டுக்கொம்பன், கட்டைவால் கூளை, கருமறை காளை, கண்ணன் மயிலை, கத்திக்கொம்பன், கள்ளக்காடன், கள்ளக்காலை, கருங்கூளை, கலர்வாய் விரியன், கலர்ச்சிக்கண்ணன், கருப்பன், காரிக்காலை, கார்சிலம்பன். These breeds became extinct and only Amarta Mahal, Bachur, Badri, Barhur, Belahi, Binharpuri, Dangi, Dioni, Gangatri, Gaula, Gumsari, Gir, Halikwar, Haryana, Kangeyam, Kangrij, Kenkadar, Kariwar, Kehrigar, Kilar, Kankan Kabila, Kosali, Krishnaveli, Ladakh, Lakshmi, Malnad Gida, Malvi, Mewati, Motu, Nahori, Nimmari, Angol, Ponvar, Polikulam, Punganur, Radi, Redkandari, Red Sindhi, Siri, Tarparkar, Umbalacheri, Vechur were available. In case of buffalo, many native indigenous breeds became extinct and only Banni, Bargur, Badavari, Bavalur Arni, Chhattisgarhi, Chiliki, Darwari, Jafarbadi, Kalahandi, Luit, Manda, Marthwadi, Meshana, Moora, Nagpuri, Ravi, Pandarpuri, Sambalpuri, South Kannada, Shruti, Toda were only available. These indigenous breeds were left and others became extinct. When we come to goats, goats are always called as cows of poor because goats are more economical and low maintenance when compared to cows. But when we take to the case of goats, Assam Hill, Attapadi, Barbari, Betal, Berari, Beharwali, Bidri, Black Bengal, Changdangi, Chehu, Gadi, Garham, Gohilwadi, Jahrana, Jamunapari, Kahmi, Kanniyadu, Kodiyadu, Konkan Kanyal, Kuchi, Malavari, Marwari, Meshana, Nandi Durga, Osmanabadi, Panch, Rohilkhandi, Salem Black, Sangam Neri, Sirohi, Sumain, Shruti, Terasa, Jalawadi were only living breeds and more than 6 were extinct. The major reason why domestic indigenous cattle came to be neglected was blind acceptance of Western notions of what constitutes a good breed. Breeds, a selected group of animals of the same species with distinctive inheritable traits, have adapted to local conditions over thousands of years. In this period, genes for many fitness traits have been tested. Each breed consists of unique pool of genes. Some highly productive breeds from Western countries were highly promoted in last 3 decades for animal products, and artificial insemination and crossbreeding were encouraged. The semen of these elite breeds was used extensively for crossing with indigenous breeds, leading to large-scale propagation of few exotic breeds, however, some of which are now truly endangered. When moving to poultry farming, it results the same. Only 5 native breeds, namely Hassel, Busra, Chittagong, Kadaknath, and Naked Neck, are these the native breeds existing today, and others are crossbreeding and broilers, which are specially grown for eggs and meat. The usage of foreign breeds and crossing breeds have been practiced to increase the animal product and to gain profit from it. The cattle side of goats and poultry were grown for animal products. Due to western breeds and crossbreeds, the indigenous breeds are in danger. And these western and crossbreeds needs a chill temperature to grow, which will be unfit for India and is more expensive for maintenance. This leads to death rate. And crossbreeding leads to infertility. Slowly the breeds will be extinct. And another major factor is losing our indigenous dogs. There are more dog breeds became extinct today because of import of western breed dogs, and only few includes Alangu Mastiff, Baharwal, Bangar Mastiff, Botian Himalaya, Bulligutta, Chippiparai, Kombai, Gaddikutta, Gull Terrier, Indigenous Mastiff, Kaikadi, Karwan Hound, Kanni, Mandai, Maharata Greyhound, Mudhol Hound, Pei Dog, Pandikona, Paraya, Rajapalayam, Taji, Tangul, Rampur Greyhound, Vihan were only available breeds in India. Many western breeds have been brought because of its beauty and cuteness, but these dogs are not suitable for Indian climate and low resistant to disease and high maintenance costs. Indian breeds are suitable for any climate, disease resistant and low maintenance. And especially our Indian breed dogs are hunting breeds. They are a perfect guardian for our home. Mudhol Hound breed is acting as a major role in Indian Army. We have to be so proud to grow our Indian breed dogs in our home. We know that many poultry and dogs were made vector of diseases, but our own indigenous breeds are resistant to disease peculiar to the region in which they evolved. Due to these exotic breeds, our country breeds became extinct. The only thing that helps us to retain our country breeds is our cultural animal games, such as Jallikattu, goat fight and roaster fight. These games helps to identify the pure breed and use it for mating. If the mating is done with pure breed, the dairy and animal product will be pure, nutritive and help for building the immune system. And the major point is, these will help the humans to save the country indigenous breed. Animals use a lot of things to meet our needs, but what we give in return? Crossbreeding, artificial insemination, exotic breeds, slaughter, making it infertile and allowing it for extinction. This is what we want to give to animals. We humans became more selfish and crossing the breeds to meet our needs, to make it pleasure for us to see, to make them to participate in pet show and win for us. We inject hormone injection in poultries to meet our meat needs. But ultimately we forgot the fact that extinction of animals leads to extinction of mankind. We are inviting various diseases by means of development. We are not only kill ourselves, but also the animals that are around us. So it is the time to think the question that I have asked before. Do we act like human? Do we care for other livings in the world too? It's the time to act. Save animals, save world. Every lives matter.
We can know the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. Though we think we care about others, we mostly top ourselves to care. At times the care we give also depends on the one we receive.
Anthropocentric world and animal abuse. I'm Hamsavardhani, Department of Education, Central University of Tamil Nadu, here to present about the abuses that happens to the animals to satisfy the human needs. From elephants to cow, animals are being treated cruelly by the social animals, the humans. The concept of social welfare has originated from charity. Social welfare is evolving from a residual model of welfare to a justice-based instructional model. Its focus on human has remained the same, as expressed in one definition: collective action concerned with meeting basic human needs. So we have to think, should social welfare be redefined to include other animals even if we need its goal of meeting human needs? As quoted by Mahatma Gandhi, the greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. But the upcoming instances hold testimony to the lack of apathy and humanity that is slowly overpowering the humans. They are a dog being thrown to the lake, rape of a cow in a shelter by a man, monitor lizards burnt alive by poachers, exploitation of animals in circuses in the sake of entertainment, hunting of pregnant buffaloes, burning of a kitten alive, poisoning and dumping of a stray dog. Where the perdition of humanity gone? For the self-satisfaction and happiness of humans, the animals are being tortured physically, mentally, and emotionally. So, here is a list of animal abuses: sexual abuse, physical domestic abuse, organized animal abuse, laboratory testing and product experimentation, simple neglect and animal hoarding. Commercialization of milk has caused cattle to be treated like objects. They are treated like milk-producing machines. Dairy cattle are tormented and subjected to physical and emotional tortures at every stage of their life. As by FIAPO report 2017 found that calves were permanently separated from their mother immediately after birth in 24% of the 451 dairies surveyed in India. Cow is being accepted if it's female. If it is male, it is allowed to starve for food, abandoned or sold for slaughter. Similarly for the pigs and chicken, to increase the breeding level, they are being impregnated by artificial insemination. This happens for the female as they are kept into rape racks. For male, they are being forcibly made to secrete the semen for the artificial insemination. For entertainment and to get likes, people abuses the animals such as elephant fed with crackers and laden fruit, but still she was safeguarding people by standing inside a river. A poor dog thrown off the room. 2 nursing students brutally killed 16 puppies. Ganges dolphin brought out of the river and being tortured. Cat tied to the ceiling by the neck. By human encroachments on forests, wild animals enter the place of residence. Animals such as rabbits, rats, monkeys, and domestic animals are being treated worse than we think. They are being used for cosmetic safety checkings. Since human needs everything which is safe, but they don't care actually how their safety has come. We just see the advertisements and happily buy the products. But before buying it, have we ever thought about how the safety is proved? Worldwide, nearly 500,000 of rabbits and other animals are blinded, poisoned, and killed each year. To test new cosmetic products and their ingredients, all to make new and improved claim or to sell in countries that still required animal testing like China, even though they are aware of non-testing methods. If these kinds of cruelty are done to human, it is considered as harassment. Then, what is this act that has been done to these innocent animals? If it happens for the benefit of humans, doesn't it considered as harassments? How cruel it is. As some scientists stated this line as, animals are here to use. If we sacrifice 1,000 or 1 lakh animals in the hope of benefiting one human, it's worth it. How humanized we have become. If wild animals enter the place of residence, or they attack back without any intentions, maybe due to the fear that they have on us. Without understanding the cause, the mistake are from the so-called us. We just hit them, injure, and kill them brutally. Development is an important one. But just think, does this development is in a right way to get developed?
Either it is useful or not, everything should be handled with care. Just because it is no more useful, we cannot ignore it just like that. Even their disposal has to be done with proper care and responsibility.
Hello everyone. Here I am going to give environmental awareness towards garbage disposal issues. As with the garbage disposal issues for the major environmental issues, it will create many major problems in the society. Also for the environment, has the major landfill issues where in India where Mumbai and Delhi, India's mega cities in the solid waste generator. Here also the around 11,000 and 8,900 tons of waste were generated per day, especially the solid waste. Not only in the cities, every rural and urban areas this were happening because of this, which affects all kinds of species, and also it creates the environmental degradation. As we see, the waste items are classified into these kinds like solid waste, liquid waste, chemical waste, industrial waste, plastic waste, which is biodegradable, and also the non-biodegradable. If we see the causes of these environmental issues, first and major was the no proper disposal system, as there were no proper waste in the bins were provided in the streets or the nearby areas. Because of that, there are many clashes and the rubbish waste materials were thrown in the landfills. Also, the growing world population also an increase in the waste production, and the laziness, the fraction of our society can also be considered lazy when it comes to direct disposal of waste, as they were not willing to get rid of their waste in an eco-friendly manner. Also, the excessive amount of waste, increase in the amount of waste, as many of material things are also covered or wrapped into plastic. Also the food waste, electronic waste, plastic waste, etc. And also that because of the technology advancement, many industries produce waste which were thrown and dumped into the landfills. And also that because of the lack of education and also the high cost of official waste disposal, they were built disposal sites for illegal dumping to get rid of trashes, and also the low level of control mechanism. And these were the waste material on landfills thrown in the areas. And also
வராங்கம்மா, ஒரு நாள் வராங்க, காவலை நிறுத்து வெளியே போட்டு போயிடுவாங்க. அதவே காஞ்சி நிற்கும் 2-3 நாளைக்கு. லாரி வரணுவாங்க. சில நாள் குப்பை மட்டும் வாங்கி போயிடுவாங்க வண்டியில். காவல் அடிப்போதும் அப்படியே காஞ்சி நிற்கும், ஒரே நாட்டடிக்கும். அது ஒரே கொசு ஒரே வச்சுன்னே இருக்கும். நாங்கள் கூட போகவே முடியாது. லாரி வந்தோன்னா 2 நாள் கொடுத்து எல்லாம் அடிக்க போயிடுவோம்.
ஆமாம், இந்த நீங்கள் குப்பைகளை போடுறப்ப அந்த இ வேஸ்ட் தனியாக பிரித்து போடுறீங்களா, இல்லை அப்படியே இருந்து நீங்களும் போடுறீங்களா?
இ வேஸ்ட்லாம் தனியாக தான் போடுவோம். எலக்ட்ரானிக் அந்த பல்பு ஃபியூஸ் பண்ணது, அந்த கண்ணாடி பல்பு அதெல்லாம் வந்து சொல்லி கொடுத்துருவோம். தனியாக கவரில் போட்டு அதை கையில் கொடுத்து தனியாக போட்டுருப்பான்னு சொல்லுவாங்க.
சரிம்மா. இப்போ அந்த குப்பை அகற்றாமல் இருக்கிறதுனால நம்ம நாட்டுக்கும் கெடுது, நம்ம வீட்டுக்கும் கெடுது, நம்ம ஹெல்த்துக்கும் கெடுது நீங்க சொல்றீங்க. நீங்க உங்களுடைய பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்து இன்னொருத்தருக்கு வந்து நீங்க வந்து அவங்களுக்கு வந்து சொல்லிருக்கீங்களா, நீங்க அதை எடுங்க, நீங்க பாக்குற உங்க கண்ணில் தப்புன்னு படுத நீங்க சொல்லிருக்கீங்களா? அவங்களுக்கு எடுங்க
சொல்லிக்கிறோமா, அவங்க சொல்லுவாங்க அந்த காய்கறி வேஸ்ட் தனியாக போடுங்க, பிளாஸ்டிக் கப் தனியாக போடுங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. மகள் குப்பை பிரிச்சு போடுங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க 2 பக்கெட்டில். நான் விஷால நாகமாக வச்சு போடுவேன், 2 பக்கெட்டாக போடுவேன். ஆனால் சிலர் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, கவனிக்காம ஹோட்டலில் வந்து சாப்பிட்டு கவரு பேப்பர் ஒன்றா சேர்த்து ஒன்றா போட்டுருவாங்க. அப்புறம் அப்படியே மகள் குப்பை வந்து அந்த பிரிக்க மாட்டாங்க. அவங்க தினம் வந்து வாங்குறப்போ திடீர்னே எடுத்து தனித்தனியாக போடுவாங்க. ஏன்னா வந்து சுத்திகரிப்பு சாலை வச்சுருக்காங்க. அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, எடுத்து கையோட எடுத்து போயிட்டு மகள் குப்பைலாம் தனியாக போட்டு மக்க வச்சு அது இவருக்கே அவங்க உரமாக தராங்க. எடுத்து யார் யார் வீட்டில் செடி வளர்க்குறாங்களோ, வீட்டில் மாட்டுப்பட செடி எடுத்து அவங்களே ஃப்ரீயாகவே எடுத்து வந்து இந்தாம்மா அந்த தயாரிச்ச உரம் அந்த குப்பை எடுத்து விட்டு கொஞ்சம் கொடுத்துட்டு போகிறாங்க வீட்லையும். அதை தினம் சொல்லுவாங்க, அவங்க குப்பை தனியாக போடணுமா, கவர் தனியாக போடுங்க, பிளாஸ்டிக் தனியாக போடுங்க சொல்லி போடுவாங்க. நானும் அந்த மாதிரி செஞ்சோம். சிலர் வந்து புரிஞ்சிக்காம ஜனங்கள் நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியும், அவங்களா புரிஞ்சுன்னு அவங்களா செய்யணும்.
அதுதான்மா கரெக்ட். அதுதான் கரெக்ட். நம்ம மட்டும் விழிப்புணர்வு மட்டும் இருக்காது, நம்ம சுத்தி இருக்க மக்களும் நம்ம சொசைட்டியில் இருக்கிற மக்களும் விழிப்புணர்வு
சொல்லுவேன். மதம் தனியாக போட்டுருவோம், கொஞ்சம்
நல்லதுமா. அதான் நம்ம வீடு மட்டும் சுத்தமா இருந்தா பார்த்தாது, நம்ம நாடு சுத்தமா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு உங்க பாயிண்ட்ல சொல்றீங்க. உங்களுடைய கருத்துக்களை பகிர்ந்ததுக்காக ரொம்ப நன்றி அம்மா.
As this is the opinion from the public view, as what are the effects they were facing because of the garbage disposals nearby areas in the landfills. So effects were the health issues and also the environmental issues which create air, water and soil pollution. Chemical contaminated soils were getting produced and also agriculture effects and flora and fauna also affected, and it was creating the ozone depletion and also the global warming effects. And what are the tentative solutions? If we see the tentative solutions, we can give awareness regarding garbage dumping, and if the government produce rules and regulation, the people will be aware of that and they can convince peoples, and also the reuse and recycle process can be made, and also the reducing the waste items and providing the garbage bins will reduce this garbage issues. So if we take these measures, we can keep our society and environment clean and also free from many hazardous things. Thank you.
We all know the fact that Earth is covered by almost 71% of water, but still only 3% is fresh water. Nothing could explain more the need and importance of proper use in conserving water and water resources. Water is not only for us human beings but for every single creature in the earth. Let's all take this to our mind.
Human-centric water conservation. Water is a universal solvent. The nature has created 3 parts of water and 1 part of land in the earth. By this, we can understand the prominence of water. The famous slogan, "Save water, save world," has influenced our minds and has transformed into the global brand in this era. All the sayings and actions by us about the water is human-centric, not ecocentric. The earth is not only meant for humans. In fact, human is the lowest evolved species in the earth, but we take everything in granted. Similarly, the field of water conservation also focuses on only humans. This human-centric mind should change into the ecocentric for the well-being of earth. Water is contaminated by industrial chemicals, domestic waste, pesticides and sewage waste, which affects not only humans but also aquatic animals, and also it causes infection for the terrestrial animals. However, the water is contaminated in the environment, so we need to purify and conserve it. Nowadays, we conserve contaminated water by advanced purification methods. Although the water purification methods are effective for humans, but it is harmful for other species. Likewise, there are many water conservation methods are followed across the globe. The countries like USA follow the shade ball technology. In this method of conservation, the main aim is to prevent water from evaporating. So it is very useful in the time of water scarcity, but it hugely affects the water cycle. So it leads to the decreasement of rainfall and also affects the humidity in atmosphere. In this method, the main vulnerability is the death of aquatic plants and animals due to the lack of oxygen and sunlight. The level of groundwater decreases day to day in the earth. For example, in India, there are nearly 27 million borewells. Through this, people observe the groundwater, and also the establishment of concrete roads reduces the percolation of rainwater into the ground. So, one day we will face a world without water, and also it kills the aquatic animals in the aquifers. The species like Agrinai Kural, it is a dragonfish which lives in the aquifer, die due to the lack of groundwater.
Hi Michael, what's up?
I am fine, dude.
What happened, bro?
I feel guilty by looking at the wastage of water in the roadside.
Yeah bro, it makes guilty. But it's okay bro, we should focus on conservation of water. We saw water in the lakes and ponds. But Zara's generation are seeing water in the water bottles. We can't even imagine the next generation of Zara.
Yes Ajay, we should conserve water for our kids. We should conserve water for our kids.
Then who will conserve water for Tommy?
Change is constant. But what really matters is where this change leads to. In the concept of water conservation, there are many changes happening from then to till now. Most of the changes focuses only on humans and we forget the other species which lives in the earth. So it collapses the whole ecosystem. Among the 5 major elements, water is one of the most essential elements in the earth. In this era, water is contaminated and not conserved, so it will lead to the scarcity of water. Now onwards, we should focus on the conservation of water for a betterment of world. But because of globalization, industrialization and modernization, the world has become human-centric. And it is very good that we all started to conserve water for our future generations. But the word generation itself clearly shows how we focus towards the human-centric earth. The resources of earth not only belongs to human, but also for the other species on the earth.
Forests are the world's air conditioning system and we are on the verge of switching it off. We always think of the benefits we gain and often forget to think of the struggles others face because of our action, which clearly leads to many complications.
Environmental awareness. Deforestation towards the change. We are going to see about deforestation. But we see the small conversation between a businessman and a normal girl.
Hi sir.
Hi.
Do you aware of deforestation?
Yeah, it's simply cutting of trees.
Do you ever think we should oppose the deforestation?
No, our development is based on deforestation. At the same time it gives money which helps us to run a life. Even we can fulfill our needs.
Conversation. Majority of the people having a deforestation in their mind, like simply deforestation means it's cutting of trees. They will simply tell that deforestation means it's the cutting of trees. That's it. They don't think even that the deforestation impact their life. They think that it won't affect their life. They think like that there is no impact on their lifestyle. Deforestation is a concept, like it's a meaning. If you ask what is deforestation, they will tell it is they will tell its meaning. That's it. And then deforestation, many people believe that deforestation is the development. Their development depends upon the deforestation. They will think, many people think like that. And also it makes money. Some of the businessmen and many plants, real estate are based on this deforestation. So by this deforestation, they will get money and they also make money. They will enjoy their life. Now let me see a small conversation between a farmer and a naturalist. It's a normal girl.
Hi uncle.
Hi.
Do you aware of deforestation?
Yes, dangerous activity made by human beings, that is, cutting of trees.
Why did you say it is a dangerous activity?
Because deforestation affects the soil fertility. Because of cutting of trees, nowadays rainfall is getting reduced. We farmers depend on rainfall for crops.
In this conversation, we can think that at least very few of the people in the world can think about deforestation, how they affect. They think that it affects rainfall. Of course, if the trees were not there, there won't be rain. Rainfall will be gets affected. Then it also affects agriculture, because if the rainfall level decreases, then agriculture depends on the rainfall is also getting decreased, and it may come to extinct also. Now let me think how the future humans life will be in future. Let me think without trees how a human can survive in the world. So now let me see solution for that.
Do you think if we destroy trees, we will lead a joyful life?
Yes, of course. By that, we will get more money. Then with that money, we can lead a joyful as well as luxury life.
We can live a joyful life for a short period, but we will destroy trees more than our needs. We need to think about our future people and other living things.
No, we are not exploiting, we're just taking the resources whichever is available. That's it. We can earn more in that.
Each living things is depend on other living things. Human beings is depend on plants and trees. If we destroy trees for our luxury, at last we are going to suffer in future without trees.
Oh my god. Then we will find any solution for that.
I have an idea. We can plant 2 trees while cutting each tree, so that we can make a sustainable development.
Now you will get the idea about deforestation. It makes you awareness, I think so. Now it's your time. You can think what are the ways you can save the trees and how we can afforest the areas, how we can stop deforestation. Leave your comments in the comment box.
Have we ever thought that something that seems to be useful can actually be a threat for all? Yes, we have something like that, and let's see what it is.
ஹாய் ஹலோ வணக்கம். நீங்கள் கேட்டுக்கொண்டிருப்பது கட் அண்ட் எஃப்எம் 105.4.
இது உங்கள் ஃபேவரட் ஷோ நோ காசிப். நாங்கள் உங்கள் கிரேசி சுபா. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம என்ன குரல் பார்க்க போகிறோம்?
மின்னுறதெல்லாம் பொண்ணு இல்லை, பச்சையாக இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் மரம் இல்லை,
வளர்க்குறது எல்லாம் நல்லதும் இல்லை, வெட்டுறது எல்லாவும் கெட்டதும் இல்லை.
இப்போ எதுக்கு நீ இதை சொல்கிற?
நீ ஏன் அதை சொன்ன?
எல்லாம் நம்ம பொருளை பற்றி தான். அதாவது மரம் மாதிரி இருக்கிற மரம் இல்லாத ஒன்று, மரம் இல்லை மரம் மாதிரி ஒன்று, மரம்தான் ஆனால் அது மரம் இல்லை, மரம் இல்லை ஆனால் அது ஒரு மரம்தான்.
நெய்யில் விழுந்த பழம் மாதிரி வளவலன்ட்டு பேசாமல் நேராக விஷயத்துக்கு வா.
ப்ரோசோபிஸ் ஜூலிஃப்ளோரா அப்படின்னா என்னன்னு தெரியுமா?
எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் கொச கொசன்ட்டு புரியாத மாதிரியே பேசாத. ஏன் சீமை கருவேலன்னு சொன்னால் வாய் வலிக்கவா போகுது?
சரி சரி, அதான் அந்த சீமை கருவேலன் தான். அதை பற்றி தான் இன்னைக்கு பொருளியே.
இவங்க தெரிஞ்சு பேர் வச்சாங்களா இல்லை தெரியாமல் பேர் வச்சாங்கன்னு தான் தெரியலை. ஆனால் சரியாக தான் பேர் வச்சுருக்காங்க. நீங்கள் யோசிக்கிறது கரெக்டு தாங்க. சீமையிலிருந்து தான் வந்திருக்கு. இது ஆக்சுவலி மேற்கு ஆப்பிரிக்காவிலேருந்து விறகுக்காக வந்தது. இன்றைக்கி வினையா மாதிரி வழியெல்லாம் விளைஞ்சு நிற்கிது. இது எப்படி விறகுக்காக வந்து திடீர்னு வினையா மாறுச்சு?
திடீர்னு எங்கே மாறுச்சு? வினையாக தான் அது வந்துச்சே, நமக்கு தான் தெரியல. இதனால் இன்னைக்கு இயற்கைக்கு உதவியாக ஒன்றுமே பண்ண முடியாது. ஒரு பறவையால் அதில் கூடு கூட கட்ட முடியாது. இவ்வளவையே மரத்தோட அடிப்படை விஷயம் ஆக்சிஜன் ரிலீஸ் பண்ணுறது, அதை கூட இது பண்ணாது. இந்த கருவேலன் காடாக வளர்கிறத விட ஒரு கெட்ட கனவு நம்ம ஊருக்கு எதுவுமே இருக்க முடியாது. அதெல்லாம் சரி, நம்ம அதுக்கு உரமும் போடுறதில்ல, தண்ணியும் ஊற்றுறதில்ல, அப்புறமும் எப்படி தான் அது வளருதோ
நினச்சேன் இந்த கேள்வி கேட்பேன்ட்டு. நிலத்தக்கடியில் தண்ணி எதுக்கு இருக்குது? அதை உறிஞ்சுக்கும். இதோட வேர்கள் 53 மீட்டர் வரைக்கும் போகுமா, அவ்வளோ ஆழமா. அதுவும் இல்லாமல் இது 12 மீட்டர் வரைக்கும் வளருமா. என்ன யோசிக்கிற? நீ என்ன கேட்க வரேன்னு புரியுது. நிலத்தடி தண்ணி இல்லைன்னா என்ன ஆகும் தானே கேட்க வந்த? அதுக்கும் ஒரு வழி இருக்குது. காற்றுல இருக்க ஈரப்பத்தன்மையை உறிஞ்சுக்கும், அவ்வளோதான். சரி, இவ்வளோ அராஜகம் பண்ணுதே, இதை அடக்க நம்ம கவர்மெண்ட் ஏதாச்சும் பிளான் பண்ணாங்களா?
ஏன் பண்ணலை? அதெல்லாம் தாராளமாக பண்ணாங்க. ஊருக்கு ஊர் ஆளுங்களை போட்டு அந்தந்த ஊரில் இருக்கிற மரங்களெல்லாம் அவங்களே வேரோடு அடிச்சிட்டாங்க. கத்தம் கத்தம். இது பத்தாதுன்னு நல்லது பண்ணுறதுக்குன்னே ஊருக்குள்ளே இருக்கிற என்ஜிஓலாம் நாங்களும் குளம் ஏரின்னு மரங்கள்லாம் வெட்டுறோம் அப்படின்னு களத்தில் குதிச்சிட்டாங்க. சரி, இந்த கவர்மெண்ட் என்ஜிஓ பண்ணுறதெல்லாம் இருக்கட்டும், நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியும் இதுக்கு?
மனசு இருந்தால் மார்கபந்து. நம்மளும் நினச்சா பண்ணலாம். நம்ம ஏரியா பக்கத்தில் ஏதாச்சும் எம்டி கிரவுண்ட் இருந்துச்சுன்னா சும்மா இருக்கிற நேரத்தில் அங்கே ஒரு அட்டண்டன்ஸை போடுவோம்.
சுத்தம் பண்ணுவோம், அது போதும்.
சரி, அப்போ நான் அப்படியே நடைய கட்டுறேன்.
வேறாமா?
வேற வெட்டதான்.
ஷோ முடிஞ்சாலும் புரியுற மாதிரியே பேச மாட்டியே.
அட, எங்கள் வீட்டு பக்கத்தில் 2 சீமை நிற்கிறாப்புல. நான் போய் அதை வெட்டி விட்டு வந்துடுறேன்.
இரு, கடையை சாத்திட்டு போவோம். இதுவரை நீங்கள் கேட்டுக்கொண்டிருப்பது நோ காசிப்ஸ் வித் சுபா.
நாளைக்கு வேற ஒரு பொருளை பேசுவோம். அது வரைக்கும் ஸ்டே டியூன் டு கட்ச் அண்ட் எஃப்எம் 105.4. சடா.
All we wish to say is Earth is for everyone. We would like to end with a quote. Instead of wondering when our next vacation is, maybe we should set up a life we don't need to escape from.